I wanted to congratulate the Red Sea Afar people today, the Red Sea Afar traditional leaders, the Afar sultans, the Afar elders, the Afar intellectuals, and the activists in diaspora in the region. We want to congratulate all of you on this very special occasion, the birth of Eritrean Afar State in exile. A truly independent, truly Afar, and uncompromising movement for your rights to self-determination and the rights to self-government in your homeland in Dankalia, Eritrea. I want to congratulate Eritrean Afar people for standing up for their rights, for the rights, aspirations, freedoms, and dreams. This is a long struggle. There is a long struggle awaiting us. No one will hand us our freedom, justice, and liberty. We must fight for it. Thank you all for standing up, Afar people, for this right. I also want to congratulate the Eritrean Afar refugees for their bravery and those who are suffering as we speak in the refugee camps, in prisons in Yemen and elsewhere. I want to send a message of solidarity to our Afar mothers that have seen so much enormous, sad and helpless situation in Eritrea. Those mothers left crying after their husbands were snatched in the middle of the night by the brute of the military justice of Eritrea. And for every Red Sea Afar youth who drowned in the belly of the Red Sea, the unforgiving Red Sea, on their way to freedom, your lives were not lost in vain. To Eritrean Afar leaders who came before us, we know we, the new generation of the Red Sea Afar people, are following in your footsteps, and we are thankful for your leadership. Now, what we are doing here today is introduce to you, if for many of you here are familiar with the work we have been doing for the past 6 or 7 years, we are introducing EASE to you and to the world. EASE stands for Eritrean Afar State in Exile. This vision, as Professor Ahmed brilliantly noted, was not originated from this house, from this meeting. It was the will of Afar people. It has been the will of Afar people since the time immemorial. The Afar people have fought generations for the self-determination to self-rule themselves in Eritrea and elsewhere. As you know, Ethiopia has granted that the right to self-rule, the self-determination of Afar people in what is now known as Afar State, regional state in Ethiopia. What we are talking about here today is, like we said, no one will hand us our state. We must first put our vision, our policy, way forward for Eritrea, not just for the Afar Eritreans, but the entire Eritreans, ways to live together in peace and harmony for the Eritrean nationalities. EASE is laying out its policy, how to live together in a federal state that respects democracy, rule of law, and regional stability and peace for all Eritreans in the entire region. EASE within Eritrea will secure the Afar rights, Afar property, businesses, languages, religion, and their way of life. EASE will exercise the right to self-determination, self-government, according to international law. We promote regional stability. We have been, the Afar people, Eritrean people, have seen the worst form of aggression that we, the Afar people, have seen in our long history. Not only the Eritrean state, the current Eritrean government are kicking the Afar out of their ancestral home, but using the resources and very strategic ports, port of Massawa and Asab, to destabilize not the Afar only, but to destabilize the entire region. And this has been proved by United Nations. Eritrea has been sanctioned because of that. And we believe the time has come for the Afar in exile, the international community, and the promoters of peace and justice and democracy to work together and prepare ourselves with a constitution that respects all of this: rule of law, democracy, equality of each nationality to be in place. We cannot wait until the dictator falls and replaced by another dictator. So the groundwork, the framework that we are preparing today is available in our websites. Copies are available here. Our hearts are pure. We want same rights for every Eritreans as we want for our own people. And there's only one way to make sure Eritrea can stay as a state, as a united state, as a state that respects everyone's rights. And this is when we come together and draft and craft our ways forward so that the rights of the Afar, rights to self-government, is respected, and the rights of our region is respected, our resources is respected, the continuity of Eritrea as a state is not threatened. This is the policy that is presenting in a way prepares the transformation of Eritrea from a dictatorship to a world player that respects all the rights of the indigenous people and respect the human rights for all Eritreans. So this is our policy, and this policy, as Professor Ahmed was referring to, is signed by the Afar sultans, the Afar elders, refugee organizations, and the Afar people in diaspora. This, unfortunately, all of these Afar leaders are being forced out of their homes. We cannot reach our brothers and sisters inside Eritrea. We in the diaspora, we that are benefiting from freedom and democracy and freedom of speech here in Canada and elsewhere, we must act. We must speak for them. They cannot speak for themselves. This is why we are creating a government in exile. We are not imposing a foreigner's will on Eritreans, on Eritrean Afars, on everyone else. But this is the only venue, the only way it's available for us to prepare ourselves to make sure the 1991 scenario does not repeat in Eritrea, and we leave open for another dictatorship to come and rule the Afar and other helpless Eritreans. So we want to thank you for all your support here, for coming here today. The plan and the vision that you see here is supported by every peace-loving citizen of Canada, as well as international community. I want to thank you for that, and may God bless Canada and the rest of the world.